Hello, my dear children. Good morning. Welcome back to today's online class. I am Radhika, your economics teacher. Children, we will study economics chapter 4, globalization and the Indian economy. Today you have a part 5. Today's your topic is World Trade Organization. We have seen that the liberalization of foreign trade and investment in India was supported by some very powerful international organizations. These organizations says that all barriers to foreign trade and investment are harmful. There should be no barriers. Trade between countries should be free. All countries in the world should liberalize their policies. World Trade Organization, that is WTO, is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. Okay, children. World Trade Organization is a international organization. It is a powerful international organization. That is, WTO is a powerful international organization. It aims at liberalizing international trade. What is the most important aims of that WTO? That is liberalizing international trade. Liberalizing international trade means what? Remove all the barriers from the foreign trade. It establishes rules regarding international trade and ensures that these rules are obeyed. That means these organizations are making rules regarding international trade. Not only that, and these organizations ensures these rules are obeying or not. Okay, children. WTO is a powerful international organization. The aim of the WTO is liberalizing international trade. This WTO, that is, this organization establishes rules regarding international trade and ensure that these rules are obeyed. At present, 165 countries of the world are the members of the WTO. How many members, children? 165 countries. Clear? It is a powerful international organization. It aims at liberalizing international trade. It establishes rules regarding international trade and ensures that these rules are obeyed. At present, 165 countries of the world are the members of the WTO. It has not been successful in its objective. Though WTO is supposed to allow free trade for all. But in practice, it is seen that the developed countries have unfairly retained trade barriers. Children, the most important aims of WTO is liberalizing international trade. That means removing trade barrier. But it has not been successful in its practice or in its objective because it is seen that the developed countries have unfairly retained trade barriers. Let's see. Children, you have seen in chapter 2 that the agriculture sector provides the bulk of employment and a significant portion of the GDP in India. Compare this to a developed country such as the USA with the share of agriculture in GDP at a 1% and its share in total employment a tiny 0.5%. And yet this very small percentage of people who are engaged in agriculture in US receive massive sum of money from the US government. for production and for export to other countries. Due to this massive money that they receive, US farmers can sell the farm's product at a abnormally low prices. The surplus farm products are sold in other country markets at a low price. It adversely affecting farmers in those countries. Developing countries are therefore asking the developed country governments, we have reduced trade barriers as per WTO rules. But you have ignored the rules of WTO and have continued to pay your farmers vast sums of money. You know, children, the WTO, that means these organizations are making certain rules regarding international trade. They are making rules. Okay, some of the rules are avoid or removing trade barriers and reducing the subsidies which the government giving to the farmers, etc. You know, these rules, who want to follow, children? Only the developing countries. The developed countries force the developing country to follow these rules and regulations. But the developed countries are not following that. Clear, children? That is why we can say that it has not been successful in its practice or in its objective. Though WTO is supposed to allow free trade for all, but in practice it seems that the developed countries have harmfully retained trade barriers. On the other hand, WTO rules have forced the developing country to remove trade barriers. Already you know that according to the WTO rules, they are asking the developing country to remove trade barriers. But this removing trade barriers followed only by the developing countries, not the developed countries. For example, trade in agricultural products. This is one of the drawback of this WTO. Okay, children. Next, our topic is impact of globalization. We have two type of impact, that is positive and negative. First, we can see positive impact of globalization. The impact of globalization on our daily life are as follows. First one, information. With the wide use of internet and other kinds of information technology, it has become much easier and faster to share information worldwide. Okay, children, here is S also. It has. Okay, with the wide use of internet and other kinds of information technology, because of that information technology, improvement of information technology, it has become much easier and faster to share information worldwide. This is happening because of the globalization. This is the one of the positive impact of globalization. Okay, with the wide use of internet and other kinds of information technology, it has become much easier and faster to share information worldwide. Second, foreign trade. The world has become a huge market where we can buy and sell things produced in any part of the world. Okay, foreign trade also. Because of the globalization, this also enhancing, that globalization is enhancing what also? Foreign trade. That means in the international market, we can buy any country's product and we can sell any country's products also. The world has become a huge market where we can buy and sell things produced in any part of the world. Next, education. There is a huge expansion in education program and courses. For example, development of engineering, education program with a quality of international standards. That means we can, with the help of globalizations, our education system also improved. Okay, there is a huge expansion in program, education program and courses. For example, the development of engineering education program with a quality of international standard. Our education system, our education style also changed because of the globalization. So many, that means we are getting so many opportunities. Okay, international style education is also achieving in any part of the world. Next, standard of living. Because of the globalization, our standard of living also changed. Okay, that means it improved. Globalization has improved the standard of living of people. It affects various aspects of an individual's life, including religion, food, transport, language, music, and clothing. That means it touches all the spheres of our life. Is it, children? The globalization. It make a lot of changes. That is the positive changes made by the globalizations. Okay, children. Along with this positive impact, let's see the negative impact of globalization. First, small producers. Small scale production had to face competition due to globalization. And small producers have been hit hard due to this competition. Okay, children, who faced a lot of problem because of globalization, that is a small producers. Let's see how they are facing that problem. They could not keep their of production low and hence lost market. They are the small producers, that is why the cost of production also very high for them, because they have a no new technology, they have a no money to buy more technology. Because of that, the production is very less and it will take too much time. Children, because of that, automatically the price of the domestic producer or a small producer's product is very high when it compared with a foreign products. Children, they could not. That is why the small producers could not keep their productions low and hence they will lose market. They could not sell their commodities as a competitive price and had to lessen production. Okay, children, they could not sell their commodities. They can't reduce the price of the product because of that much money they are spending for producing that product. Okay, that cost, the cost of production is the correct for the production of that product. That is why they can't reduce the price. Okay. For example, batteries, plastics, capacitors, toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oils. Okay, children, these are the problem facing by the small producers. The small producers have been hit hard due to competition. They could not keep their of production low and hence lost market. They could not sell their commodities as a competitive price and had to lessen production. For example, batteries, plastics, capacitors, toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oils. Several of the units have shut down and rendering many workers jobless. Because of this, most of the producers shut down their business. They stopped their businesses. Several of the units have shut down. Units means that business. Okay. Several of the units have shut down and rendering many workers jobless. Who all are working in that factories, they lost their job. This is the negative impact. Okay. Because of the foreign trade, the foreign products price is very less when it compared to the domestic market. Okay, children, because of this, because of that low price, it badly hit the small producers. They can't compete with the low price products. That is why they will shut down their businesses. Because of that, unemployment also increases, because that means so many will lose their job. The next problem facing by our workers. As a result of closure of many small-scale industries, many workers lost their jobs. Already we discussed this, where the most of the business small producers have shut down their businesses or have shut down their units. Because of that, so many will lose their job. They now work on temporary basis. Their jobs are no longer secure. And the most of the people are working like I said temporary basis. Temporary means anytime they will lose job. And their jobs are no longer secure. They have to put in very long working hours. That means they need to work for a long hours also. They have to work night shift on a regular basis during the peak season. That means they want to do the overwork, but they will not get anything. This is the problem facing by the workers. Because of why children, which company they are worked, that company shut down because of the globalization and they lose their job. That is why they are ready to do the work at any wage. So they are exploiting those laborers. Okay. Their wages are low. They are denied their fair share of benefits. And the companies is making profit, that profit is not equally distributing. The businessmen or that MNCs or that rich persons taking most of the share from the profit, and the workers will get only less share. Okay, they are denied their fair share of benefits. These are the problem faced by workers. Okay, children. Today we discussed about the impact of globalization in India. There are two type of impact. One is positive impact and the second one is negative impact. Positive impact means because of the information, it make much easier and fastest to share information worldwide. Then second we said a foreign trade. Because of foreign trade, we can reach. That means the people, the producers and the consumer can reach beyond the domestic market. And the third one education, and we can get there is a availability of or the people can access the international style of education also because of globalization. And the standard of living, because of globalization our standard of living also increased. These are the positive impact. At the same time, there is a negative impact also that is faced by small producers and workers. The small producers shut down their units because of they can't compete with a low priced foreign goods. That is why they shut down their units. Because of that, the many of the people lose their job. So the people are ready to do the work at a low wages. This is exploited by the MNCs and other rich companies. Clear, children? These are the most important impact of globalization in India. Okay, I am going to stop here. See you next time, children. Thank you.